world too wide, a ghost unseen passing time. She crossed the line from dark to seen, a spark against the dark inside. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found our Eastern gears, encoded skies, every stream a thread of trust. Names became more than a chat, hearts behind each avatar. She learned that strength is letting show the cracks where hidden lights can glow. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found our to the outcast, the quiet minds, to the ones who never fit the lines. You are more than what they said, more than voices in your From the silence, a signal rose. Now a storm of beating soul. We are the lost, the strange, the seen, no longer trapped in between. Raise your voice, let it be known. Every scream's a stepping stone. So if you're lonely, weird, unheard, step through the dark, take one small step. You might just build a promised land.
Hey everyone! Hello, hello. Hey Clumsy, hey Captain Shotgun, hey Grim, hey Riley! Hello, hello. I'm fixing the timer. Things keep breaking. It's nice to have a nice big timer that counts down and like milestones and everything on screen, but like things don't always like to work. Okay, here we go. We're at 0. Oh, we're at 0. It means we can stop streaming now. Haha, bye everyone! Just kidding. We are at 4 hours 40, if I'm not mistaken. So I just do this. And then resume. Ta-da! Hello, hello. Hey, David. We're going to be talking about Pearadise today. Have you guys heard of that? You guys know what it is? I did not know what it was until very recently. And it's been a thing for a while, apparently. And their HBO Max is making a docuseries on it, but specifically about wanting to escape it. So that's an interesting perspective, right? Let's see. I think we were closer to the goal, weren't we? Yeah, we were. You haven't? Oh my god, Captain Shotgun. If you have not heard of it, then I believe nobody's heard of it, because you would be the first one to check that out. It's a place full of big girls. I would have expected you to know about it. You know? Let's see. Why is it on top of each other? If I do this. Cool, cool. A certain lolcow is in it. Which one? Which one? Talking about Rosie? Are we talking about Rosie? Because that's how I heard about it. It's a positive or anti-me documentary. Since the title of the documentary is Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise, I feel like it's bad. But it doesn't mean that the problem is the big girls. The problem is probably just one guy. A little bit of the culture in general as well. Foxy Mom because she lost all that weight? Huh? Oh wait, I know that there's lolcow babes that is like covering it or something, but we're gonna actually like from almost zero knowledge, we're gonna go into it trying to figure out what it is. Let me just make sure that I have the right milestones. Okay, we finished yesterday's stream on the gaming side with 691, so we just have to add a few. Does it work if I do it in the chat? Let's try. Add points. Yeah, they were covering it. That's what I saw as well. Did that work? Why not? We're a lot closer to the DSP thing, so I need to make sure that we get that to work. I hate starting with troubleshooting. It shouldn't take too long. Here we go. That's where we were last time. We're only like $60 away from our new milestone, so that's not too bad at all. Hopefully we'll reach it today. Either way, we still have today's stream and tomorrow guaranteed based on the countdown, so not too bad. I love how this shirt's becoming a normie, like it. I bet people are still offended by it though. But who cares about those people? Who cares? Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the topic of today. Pearadise. So, AI says that Pearadise is a Las Vegas-based body positive online and in-person community for plus-size women that has recently been subject of intense media scrutiny. Because it says body positive, but I feel like there might be something hidden underneath, you know? It's like perhaps some feeder culture, and that sort of destroys the whole body positive aspect of it. It says here the controversy, despite presenting itself as a safe space, the collective is the subject of the investigation discovery series Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise. The 3-episode series explores dark allegations of manipulation, coercive control, and exploitative dynamics made by former members. And it has to do with the guy, I think, that owns the whole thing. If he is indeed a feeder, and he's trying to keep these girls big and unhealthy, then that can be a big problem. Yo, you like it? You like the shirt? Yeah. Exactly, Captain Shotgun. So it's definitely easy for it to be problematic. And the way that I found this is through this content creator called Quirky Love Rose. So let me just introduce you really quick. She's doing live streams all the time, and she apparently went to Las Vegas not too long ago to film as part of the Pearadise docuseries. But I don't think she lives there or anything. She has a really small part in it, but that's how I found out. So this is who she is.
Bro, I'm not joking. I slept until like 5:30 p.m., which honestly, with how my sleep's been going.
I don't know too much about her. All I know is that she live streams on a regular basis. She lives with her mom, and she talks about a lot of things related to her size. She calls herself super fat. So there's fat and there's super fat, and she calls herself super fat. And she talks about how hard it is to travel at that size and things like that.
I'm not even that mad. To be perfectly honest with you. It's nice to feel rested. I'm tired.
She starts the stream super tired.
And I did, but I'm still tired. She has a job.
She does eat a lot on stream, a lot of the times not healthy, obviously. She talks to her chat, and I feel like that's mostly what the live streams are. I'm not sure if she also makes like video content. Let me find out. It's like, for example, painting my boyfriend's nails, recapping, so blah blah. Something about Keemstar also comes up today, by the way. There's cooking videos. Let's see what she's cooking.
Hi, welcome to me, day 2. Look, I wanted to be filming this like literally 8 hours ago. It is literally 10 p.m. Our sleep schedule got a little wackadoo.
Yeah, apparently Keemstar at some point interviews a person connected to Pearadise. We'll see. All roads somehow lead to Keemstar. It's pretty crazy.
We were up till 5 a.m. last night, just hanging out, you know. Whatever.
She has a boyfriend too. I don't think we get to see him often. I don't think he likes to be on camera.
We got back home really late because we ran a bunch of errands. After I cooked 3 hours yesterday, I was like, by the time I got home, I was so sweaty. I was like, oh my god, like I was walking a lot. Like, it's been nice. Like, I've been leaving the house a lot more frequently here, obviously, than like back home. It's been an adjustment because. Yeah. Anyway, we are going to start with grape salad.
I from the little bit that I've seen, she does refer to like personal problems and things like that and health problems, but she doesn't always seem to go into it. So I'm not sure if it's just me missing the information, but yeah, you'll often see her be like, "Oh, I'm going through some stuff," but then she doesn't get into it.
I was gonna start with the mac and cheese because I want the pulled pork and mac and cheese tonight. I'm gonna bake one quiche tonight. And I'm gonna set up the cheesecake tonight. And also, I think I might wanna. He's got like some
mac and cheese and cheesecake. Probably not the best options.
Ground meats in the freezer. I think I might defrost some of that. And
I hear cats.
Girl, are you good? You had food and water. Cleo has.
Oh, at least she's checking on the cat, like, you know, as opposed to other people we've seen. You know. What do you think you're doing? What do you mean? What? What happened? Did I miss something?
Just been yabbering. You must just miss your daddy. Yeah, she's got everything she needs. I don't know.
What did I miss?
She's hooting and hollering. But yeah, so.
Hey, Belcora! Welcome in. We just started.
Oh.
For anyone just coming in, this is Corky Love Rose, and she has a tiny part of the new docuseries called Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise, and that's the topic that we're looking into today. That's how I found out about it, through her. Not that I really watch her, though, so.
Tell me more, Cleo. Yeah, I know. Cleo is like literally losing her. I think she wants you. Oh, that's so cute. Anyway, I just got done like plucking all the grapes. I just had to actually DoorDash flour and a couple other things just because like they have a minimum $12 spend. Otherwise, they charge you crazy fees and it's like not worth it. But
you also have the option to go to the store. I don't know if maybe it's just an idea.
Based on current events, we're not leaving the house today. And that's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay. Based on current events, she's not leaving the house today. What does that mean?
Grape salad, and then once the flour gets here,
grape
I will
salad.
start working on the roux.
Grape salad.
Because we already pre-shredded the cheese. Half this container is 8 ounces. So I'm gonna add 8 ounces of sour cream, 2 the creme cheese. I'm telling you, some people put mayo in their grape salad, which, like, I mean, live your truth, king and queen, I guess, or king or queen, I guess, you know, like, live your truth. But no, thank you. I'm actually gonna take some of this out. I think I have 3 pounds of grapes instead of 4. So I'm gonna go a little light on this. Hi guys. Okay, it's been a minute. I did a few things. Remy, sous chef, is here.
Our policy: all employees must wash their hands before returning to work. This looks like a house. What employees are you talking about? Is that just a joke?
To save the day. The DoorDash order just came, so I had to hit the $12 mark. You didn't know what I actually got specifically yet. Cool. Yeah, so they're from his mom.
Yeah, chickens.
Yeah. So I'm using her eggs to. Thank you. So do you. It's really. I think you literally tell me that every day.
Yeah.
I assume that's more for parents to have to tease the kids. Oh yeah. Could be.
Every day. That's so sweet.
Well, I mean, research shows that if you repeat the same thing to the person over and over and over and over and over, eventually they'll start to believe it. So.
I don't know the guy, but he seems sweet.
You're cute. You look cute too.
Thank you.
Aw, he told her that she looks cute today.
What am I gonna do with you?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow, what's
What am I
happening?
gonna do with you, mister? I need about 2 cups of cheese. So this is why we got 2 pounds of cheddar. I only need
2 pounds of cheddar. All right. Anyway, that's quirky Love Rose. That's her. So that's been introduced. Now let's get into Pearadise. Have you been invited to Nevermore by Thick Gemini? He won't even try a second time, you know? Like, I already told him no the first time around when he was making Wonderland, and now it's called Nevermore. Dude, you think by changing the names it's gonna get any better? That freeze frame went a little crazy.
Imagine building a safe space specifically for women who have spent their whole lives being made to feel unwelcome. Women who...
This is the guy, apparently. I don't know if he just like owns a house and brings all the big girls in and just, you know, is sexually aroused all day. Like, I don't know what his plan is, but like, it's a little shady, okay?
have been mocked, excluded, and told they don't belong in mainstream society. You'd have their trust immediately, wouldn't
Yo, he's just sitting there, the girl's eating some Pringles.
you? That's exactly what Stefan Willemy understood when he built the community of Pearadise. Today, we're going to look through some of the story, the community, the allegations, the lawsuit, and where he is right now. Pearadise
Oh, so not only, yeah, the whole can. Not only is he like doing this for himself, but he makes it into like content? Okay.
is a Las Vegas-based community founded by a man named Stefan Willemy. He's a German-born software developer who's lived in Vegas since 2011. He started posting on TikTok in May of 2020 during the COVID lockdown, where he made content basically centered around plus-size women.
Okay.
He celebrated them, he hyped them up, and he told the world he was attracted to bigger women, and he was proud of it. The response to that was
Yo, Captain Shotgun, it's you! It's you!
massive. Within 3 days of opening his Discord server on July 4th, 2020, he had over 1,000 members in that Discord. And at its peak on TikTok, his channel had 171,000 followers. The name Pearadise is a play on Paradise, Nevada, where his house is located.
Your body wants to catch fire. Are you okay? Why? What's going on?
And his house is central to pretty much everything.
Yo, so he actually has a place that is really nice, modern, has a lot of room for all these plus size ladies, And it's central in Las Vegas? I mean, yeah. I bet people are currently trying to gain weight to get in there. Like, what?
It's not just an online community he's built, it's an actual physical space where plus-size women are invited to visit for parties, barbecues, swimming in the pool, game nights.
Oh no, this is...
It's actually a place where people are free to spend their whole lives without being body shamed, and they can supposedly come and just exist without any kind of judgment. That's the pitch.
Supposedly.
And it's simple. And it's effective. You're welcome here exactly as you are. There's no shame, no...
Unless you're skinny. I guess you're not welcome then. I mean, you can go there and you'll be accepted the way you are, except when you're skinny, right? Or healthy weight.
Judgment, no uncomfortable furniture, no nasty comments, just pure unadulterated...
While you're inside, obviously. So, with this pitch, these girls are not gonna go outside the house. I mean, not only is it hard on their joints, right? They're gonna get judged outside of the house or the land, right? Better keep them inside all day.
For a lot of women.
And then they start dying, right? Because they eat only crap while they're there. They only get fatter and unhealthier. So, holy crap, dude.
That is not a small thing. For a lot of women, that is a huge thing. That is everything. And that's exactly what made this community work in the first place. In May of 2021,
why is everyone doing the rollies?
A TikToker named Piggy Stardust, her real name is Kimberly Ann Howder,
Piggy Stardust, we have to look into that,
began posting videos saying that she had been part of that Discord since February and she had seen some red flags.
Okay.
She said the content felt less like body positivity and more like she was being fetishized.
Yep.
She alleged that Stefan would lure plus-size women into the Discord before sending them unsolicited pictures and messages. She also alleges that some women were turned away from the server for being, quote-unquote, too small.
Exactly. So if you're too small, which, you know, most of us will be too small for this guy. I know a call when I see one, yep.
That last detail, I think...
So Piggy Stardust... Well, we don't know if she was too small, but...
matters here. For a body-positive community, to have a size minimum seems a bit strange to me. A user going by Savvy posted about 10 videos claiming someone had grabbed her waist, rubbed her stomach, and smacked her bottom without her permission, and described the experience as a sexual assault. Another woman named Alexandria said the situation actually, quote-unquote, broke her. Stefan told Business Insider there was, quote, never any sexual touch or skin contact, just friendly group fun. He described a, quote, pile up of all of us on the bed with clothes on, hugs, high fives, mutual shoulder massages between people, things like that. And then he sued all of them. On June 30th, 2021, he filed a lawsuit in Clark County, Nevada, against 5 of the women, alleging defamation, false slight invasion of privacy, intentional interference with contractual relations, and more.
Whoa.
He asked for $1 million in damages and a court injunction preventing the women from ever speaking about him ever again.
Okay.
Women who said he touched them without their permission.
Did he win?
Were then being sued by that man for $1 million. Let that sink in. It only went from bad to worse for Stefan in court. One of his central legal arguments was that calling what he did, quote-unquote, sexual assault was defamatory because apparently under Nevada law, sexual assault requires penetration.
Wait, really? Is that real? Sexual assault requires penetration?
And again, this is what Willoughby's claiming, that since
no way. What?
there was no penetration, just grabbing and fondling, that the term was technically false. His own legal filing argued that there was no sexual assault because he did not penetrate any of the women. His defense attorney summed up his argument plainly. I can do whatever I want to these women, and it doesn't become sexual assault until I penetrate them.
Whoa!
Since I didn't,
If that is real, holy crap, be careful going there.
their statements are false, so they should pay me $1 million
Is that a whole state legal thing? Term? That's crazy.
and not tell anyone else about what I did to them. The lawsuit also argued that because the women had sent sexually charged texts before their visit, they had impliedly consented to being touched. In response, the defense filed sworn declarations. One witness swore under penalty of perjury that she had been in the middle of an emotional breakdown, crying, when Willoughby approached her and said, "You know what would make you feel better, Porky? If we effed in the hot tub." She stated that he continued pressuring her despite her emotional state, and that she would not describe what followed as consensual, but predatory. In the end, the court sided with the women.
The court sided with the women! Yay! Let's go!
Every single one of his
They hired? What?
claims was dismissed. He was ordered to pay the women's attorney's fees and
Hey, Trucker, hey, T-Ba.
costs under Nevada's anti-SLAPP law, which is a law specifically designed to stop people from using lawsuits as weapons to silence others.
Yeah.
The attorneys
I like
noted that without these anti-SLAPP laws, these women may have never been able to afford a defense and would have suffered years of punitive litigation.
Yeah.
That was the plan. That was the $1 million lawsuit.
Yeah. What an asshole.
Because I be talking shit. Oh, my headlights are on.
Now, some of you might know the term lolcow. For those of you who do not know the term, it refers to someone who consistently generates their own drama. They can't stop engaging with that criticism. They rage a lot. And they keep escalating in ways that make everything actually worse for themselves. And Stefan fits a lot of that criteria. He had a TikTok account with over 170,000 followers, and women coming forward with complaints. A smart person, at that point, goes quiet. Instead, he sued 5 of them for $1 million, which meant that sworn court testimony about calling a crying woman Porky and prepositioning her for hot tub sex became part of
Oh, she has her tongue out, dude. I'm so uncomfortable. Help!
his permanent public record. The lawsuit caused him infinitely more damage than
Johnny.
the original TikTok videos ever could have. And then he lost the case. And then he gets banned from TikTok. He called it discrimination.
Oh, he got
Does that sound
banned.
like anyone
Nice.
we know? Then he moved over to YouTube and started this whole thing all over again. That inability to stop
On YouTube, you're gonna have a harder time with this sort of thing, though. I hope he's been banned since then, too.
the self-defeating escalation, the victimhood framing after every single consequence, that pattern, that is textbook lolcow behavior. But here's where I want to be careful, because the lolcow label usually applies to people who are just plain embarrassing on the internet. He's embarrassing, yes. But there are women who swore under oath in a Nevada court that he's a predator. The comedy of the label doesn't cover up what's actually being documented here. He's easy to laugh at, but the women he targets are not laughing. And we just want to keep that in mind. Now remember, he's already been permanently banned off TikTok on his main account and his backup accounts. He said it was a shitty,
For reference, this is a video from 2 weeks ago, so it might not be exactly like this anymore. We'll see.
discriminatory platform. He never acknowledged the lawsuit or the women who came forward, nothing. He just claims his victim status and he posts a forwarding address. And now this guy is on YouTube. Same format, same dynamic. He live streams a lot like this, where it's just him on the camera, sometimes
Okay, I need to go check that out. Pearadise 1. I didn't find it when I was looking for it. Okay. That's not a lot of subscribers, but 3 weeks ago. This was a while ago that they were streaming.
Like, are you? What? Oh.
Is he just mass cooking for these girls? Making burgers?
Number one, really?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Fan video about Pearadise from 2021 era. Uh-huh. Oh god, the size of that pizza. They weren't all super big. This one's not too big. And this was not too big either. Yo, what if you're like not big enough, but you're like, oh, but don't worry, I'll get big while I'm there, and you can see it happen right in front of you, and then he's like, yeah. Yeah, some of them are not that big. Most of them are though, I can see it. Yeah, look at that.
Tell me that you support body positivity on TikTok without using words.
What if I told you there is a place where body positivity is real and everybody's beautiful? It's a whole vibe. Oh no. Yo, he actually has a lot of land though. Look at that. Not that fat people like walking much, but look at that. Okay, that might not be his land. I thought he was gonna introduce the place. Ah, jump on this trend. What's up with that hair? Road trip! So this is the kind of content that they would make on TikTok. Any size? Well, that's not really what you're going for, is it, buddy? You can be body positive but still want to lose weight. Or have I lost the plot? Oh, absolutely! I'm not sure that's the case with these girls. I think they're like, it's celebrating it, right? But they did sell it. The pitch is body positivity. And giving a home or a place for people where they're not judged for their size.
Swimsuit check.
Okay, well, I think we've seen enough of that. Where were we?
Streams a lot like this, where it's just him on the camera. Sometimes the women are around him. There are giant platters of
Look at that land, though. That is really pretty.
food everywhere. It makes it seem like a community.
No, but there's
But
fruit.
actually-
Yo, there's fruit. There's a plate of fruit. Ah, that other thing looks like really bad carbs, but there's fruit.
Is it? Could it be that he just found
they're
a
cutting
brand new
mushrooms.
platform with a brand new audience who has no idea of what he's been doing on TikTok?
It's April again? April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month? Okay. Awareness of the crime itself, awareness of the crime of spreading false allegations. Okay. 5 years ago, ironically, in April, I allowed the wrong people to come and stay at my house. Under the false pretense that they were interested, they came and spent 12 days of a fun vacation in Vegas. So much fun until the last day that they didn't want to leave. 5 weeks later, and with the help of a politician's daughter with a past in insurance sales, they ran one of the most extreme smear campaigns on social media. Yo, they had connections. That's where this guy went wrong. You gotta find those vulnerable fat girls that don't have anybody. Yeah. They claimed that out of all the fun and harmless group activities between all of us, only my part certainly constituted sexual assault. Painted themselves as victims and even used the term survivors. Clever use of language with intent. All while smiling and laughing in funny TikTok trend videos. So to the uneducated viewer, the story sounded believable. When it wasn't enough, they recruited more fake victims for their cause. I was not prepared for how far they were willing to go, including blatant lies on court documents. It's been 5 years now. My story is coming out. Okay. Yo, this guy is problematic.
My opinion is that he didn't build this community for plus-size women. He built it around them. The body positivity language, this...
Oh, I remember seeing that image right here.
Framing of that term, safe space, the Discord, the streamer house, the parties, all of it functions as a pipeline. These women already feel rejected and body shamed. These are the exact audience who are most likely to feel grateful for this alleged acceptance and are least likely to be believed when they actually speak out. He lost in court. He got banned from TikTok. He paid everyone else's legal fees. And he's still doing it for a new audience, now on YouTube, who probably has no idea of who he is or what he's about. So what do you guys think? Is Willamy a misunderstood guy who just wants to bring that
absolutely
acceptance into the mainstream? Or is he a predatory figure who fetishizes and takes advantage of vulnerable women? How is he going to fit into Girl World and this corner of YouTube? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.
The only safe space they should be seeking out is a doctor plus nutritionist office so that they can get proper help. The thing is, and that's why I put it on the title of the stream, there is a glamorization of the feeder culture and being big and everything, right? And they're not there to lose weight. They're not there to get help. They're there to feel accepted the way that they are and to keep the unhealthy habits going, right? And have very short lives. That is something that I can't support. Some people like being chubby, but this size, the size that we're seeing is not healthy. And in order to keep that size, they have to have very unhealthy habits. and they're probably likely not being seen by a doctor. There's just so many things that can go wrong. All right, this is from Sam at Every Size, and it's called Pearadise or Body Positivity Nightmare. Creepy man runs sanctuary for fat women. Let's see if we have any news on this one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the channel. If you are new... Okay, with that said, I want to go ahead and start today's video with a little mind exercise, okay? I want each of you to close your eyes, and I want you to envision, for me, the most body positive space you can. A space where fatness is queen. A place marketed as safe and non-judgmental. A space where plus-size women get together and celebrate their bodies by hosting pool parties in bikinis, playing games, and watching movies. They even host TikTok live streams where they help other women learn to love their bodies and be confident in the skin they're in. Can you picture it? Now I want you to picture who
Yeah, me too. It's very fairy tale. I like it.
would host such a gathering. Could it be Virgie Tovar? She sells classes. No? Oh, what about Lizzo? She loves her body. No. What about Carissa over at Fat Girl Flow? She sells fat camp classes complete with nude calendars. Close, but also no. Would it surprise you to learn that this place is run not by a woman at all, but by a singular German man named Stefan? Stefan is a software developer or engineer, and he is the creator of a community known online as Pearadise. This online community includes a Facebook page, Discord server, and TikTok account marketed as a safe space for plus-size women.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Pearadise TikTok was launched in 2020.
Let me just check. Okay, this is from a year ago, so this is like old news a little bit, but we're just getting introduced to the concept.
And since its launch, Stefan has worked hard to build his online persona as that of an ally and an advocate for body positivity, fat acceptance, and fat liberation. He promotes loving and embracing all bodies and projects inclusivity,
Not all bodies. Not all bodies, just fat ones.
going as far as to make sure every space in his home can accommodate his plus-size friends.
Pete with the 5 gifted! Thank you! Is it adding it? Yes, it's adding it. Okay, good. Good. Thank you! We're getting so close to the 750 milestone, and then we can get into the DSP rabbit hole! Woohoo! Whoop, 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 whoop!
He also promotes himself as an ethical leader who advocates for personal growth, often expressing how he has helped others by caring for their well-being or showing them their true potential. Despite this loving, caring, genuine person persona he puts on, in my opinion, this man is a walking, talking red flag. And I felt that in the core of my soul the moment that I saw his face in Cass's content. And what I found when I started to dig into him and his
DSP looks like a fellow chubby chaser? Honestly, he kinda does.
so-called safe community was not a caring and loving person, but rather, in my opinion, someone who is controlling and manipulative, and who used his wealth and power to lure vulnerable women into his house, where he can then prey on them, and then he follows that and keeps them quiet by intimidating them and ultimately retaliating when they speak up. The first and most obvious red flag to me was the overuse of social media buzzwords in their marketing. So think words like safe space, body positivity, bully-free, and judgment-free zone. These words and phrases are being used in marketing to target a very specific audience, right?
And right now, right here at my house, I have multiple people that have gone through it.
At least one woman dealt with a terrible, toxic relationship.
So I can say that it's free speech. Savi's boyfriend posted her naked pictures and videos on a public site. I've seen it.
Yep.
I have the recording. I still have the screenshots of it. So it's true.
remember
I can absolutely say that. Her boyfriend cheated on her, and she came in the chat and confided to all of us and cried in the chat to all of us. I can say that because I saw it with my own eyes.
And many of the women have also expressed on their own platforms that they have dealt with mental health issues such as anxiety or depression.
I have been struggling with my anxiety and my depression and battling feelings that I hate myself and I feel like I'm not good enough.
It appears to me, based on a pattern of behavior, that when people are going through these things and they're seeking out community, Pearadise was their community of choice. It was their safe, trusted community where they were sharing the things that were happening to them or the things that were happening in their lives. Many of the women have shared their experiences where they started to participate in the Discord or the Facebook group, or they would comment on his TikTok. They would get a message from Stefan. They would go back and forth in conversation, and then he would quickly offer to fly them to his house in Las Vegas.
Quickly.
And I originally interacted with him and I was just like, hey, do you have suggestions on places I can go to here in Vegas? Because obviously everything's shut down. I was like, where are all these cool videos where you take these road trips to? Because like, I need fun things to do. So that's originally how we started talking. And then he was like, yeah, do you want to meet? And I was like, sure. Like, you want to meet at a coffee shop? He's like, just come to my house. And I was like, all right.
It's not sketchy at all.
Right? I was like, figured like a coffee shop parking lot, you know, because obviously the
Like
inside's
maybe
closed,
a public
but
place where other people can witness our interactions.
Once in his home, several women have alleged that they were touched by Stefan without their consent, that they were living in this toxic, overly sexualized environment where women were being pitted against one another by Stefan and for his approval, but also being manipulated and coerced into doing things that they were uncomfortable with. There was one woman who perfectly encapsulated the way that she felt living in the space with Stefan when she said this.
Well, because it's his house and it's his hotel. No, but that's not how that works, but okay.
Yeah, that's the other dangerous thing. For anyone who's ever considering going to one of his parties or his house or whatever, just be aware that his mentality is if you are there, you are open to him touching you or him wanting to be in your room without your permission, because he doesn't understand that by allowing guests in, there is now like a shift of power. You don't get to just be like, my house, my rules, you do what I want. Especially if you're using it as an open place for a lot of people to come and go.
In 2021, one woman came forward alleging on TikTok that Stefan had touched her without her consent, caressing her stomach and spanking her butt. Her friend shared a similar sentiment as the two had traveled to his home together. Their stories were then picked up by another TikToker who currently goes by Kimmy Ann on her platforms, and then others joined in, adding their negative lived experiences within the Pearadise community. Stefan's response to all of this was to sue the 5 women who were speaking out for defamation and slander, as well as taking to TikTok Live to tell his side of the story. Stefan is adamant that he has never touched anyone in his house without their consent. And in this specific situation with these allegations, he leans heavily into the fact that consent was coming from messages and a message conversation that had been flirty prior to this woman's arrival at his house. But
after they had sent me nudes and given me the impression that flirting was welcome for the one of them, and I had been kissed by the other. And just in general, we all thought we were super tight and intimate friends, and a little friendly non-sexual banter like a casual belly rub would not be a problem.
Conversation that
yeah, we're almost at DSP time, yeah.
Had been flirty prior to this woman's arrival at his house. But he also published a few things that directly contradict this sentiment, including sending a message that says he never touched anyone after the appropriate message was
Yo, a viewer with the 149. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Received. So essentially admitting that he knew he made someone uncomfortable by touching them without their consent, because it was only after they expressed their discomfort with touching that he stopped. It's almost as if he should have just asked before he did it, rather than doing it and waiting for that message to come. He also said this in a live stream.
Did anyone express to you, okay, did anybody express to me that they didn't like you touching them while they were there? No, not really. There was one incident where basically just a little friendly banter was kind of like, it was basically just like, you know what? Meh. I can read signs.
Can you?
I find this one so interesting. Like, literally, I have notes in all caps on my computer here because it was so clear to me that the person who is asking this question is trying to lead him, right? They essentially want him to say, no, that never happened. I would never do that. Therefore, all of the claims these victims are making aren't true. They have no grounds. But his response was, no, not really. And I'm going to say this for the people in the back, because I know that Stefan still has a lot of support on these platforms. Not really is not a no. And in my opinion, this is him again saying he is aware that he made someone uncomfortable. Oh, and I don't want to forget, after these allegations came out, he also sent a message saying that he knows he's too touchy-feely sometimes.
I made 2 girls uncomfortable because I was a bit too touchy-feely after they had sent me nudes and given me the impression that flirting was welcome. Okay. Wow, why are you sending him nudes? Is that like the only way to get in on the deal? Like, what?
And as if the messages themselves aren't damning enough, I also found an Instagram post where he expresses that he needs a partner who is in the mood multiple times per day because his love language has always been touch. And if that wasn't enough to convince you that he had done no wrong, he decided to go ahead and release some security camera footage from inside his house. That's right.
No.
He's filming them all the time in the common areas like they're on Big Brother. So he decided he should release that to clear his name.
He's like waving her fat. Okay, now he's touching
You guys
her butt.
have wanted evidence and Piggy dropped some. This is Stefan submitted evidence. Like, bro, what?
Now he's like playing with her belly.
I do feel like I should add here, now that you've seen the footage, that he released this fully expecting to prove his point that these women did not act the way the SA victims should act.
Okay. So now SA victims are supposed to act a certain way. Okay. And if you don't act like that, then you're clearly not a victim.
Which is absolutely disgusting. And I'm gonna be honest here, I did not think it could get worse than this, than him saying they didn't act the way they should have. And then I found clips on his social media, on Paradise's social media, on their social media where they tagged Pearadise, other women defending this by saying things like this.
I'm a survivor of sex assault. I know what it really is. I know what it's like to be down against your will and have parts of your life destroyed. I would never in my life ever put another human being in that position. I would also never, ever, ever advocate for someone that I feel is capable of doing such things.
And this was interesting to me because as we heard earlier with all of the other allegations, it was actually said that Stefan in the Pearadise community would pit women against one another or use them to do his dirty work and or coerce and manipulate other women into doing things they did not feel comfortable doing. And we're seeing that happen firsthand here. And within this conversation, something that hasn't been mentioned yet but is pretty important is that he often had women that he was in relationships with serve as the face of his community. And those faces were important because they were responsible for bringing more women into the fold. The woman we just saw defending his behavior.
The Fold. That's a fun name. You should call it The Fold instead of Pearadise.
Her name is Rita. And Rita is intriguing because she's been around for a very long time. She calls Stefan her chosen family, refers to him as her brother, and she is the one we see most often defending his behavior, going as far as to say that her friend is not capable of SA. But here's why.
Did he break up with her because she wasn't big enough?
I want to draw attention to Rita.
Rita, if there's anybody that can speak for like the vibes and the place and the party, it's Rita. Rita is in here. She said she's brought hundreds of people here.
Hi, Rita.
That's right. She has helped by serving as the face of the Pearadise community, bringing in hundreds of women by Stefan's own account. And maybe it's true. Maybe they do have a very different relationship, because it appears like Rita is similar in age to Stefan, where the rest of the women in this situation tend to be much, much younger. And that's not unusual for Stefan. He has been caught speaking with minors on his platforms. He fully admitted to speaking with a 16-year-old via direct message about her choice to wear a bikini.
I've had a 16-year-old hit me up on TikTok and literally tell me that my content was the reason that she put on a bikini and made a TikTok swimming in a lake.
There are also public screenshots of a Discord comment where a 17-year-old was expressing that maybe she was dumb for being into older men or talking to them when they started talking to her. And Stefan responded and told her that she shouldn't worry about that because they're seeing the maturity in her. Additional screenshots have also...
You're getting stutter? Is anyone else getting that? Is anyone else having issues with the stream?
come out where a 17-year-old was asking how to get into their Discord. And you can see in these messages Stefan talking about her hips, calling her cute, and asking her how big and tall she is. And once again, on TikTok Live, he admitted to this conversation.
I might have called a 17-year-old cute, but that was in order to hype her up.
And just to be clear, when all of this was happening, Stefan was in his late 40s.
Okay.
Now I'm going to back up for 1 second here to talk more about the women in Pearadise and in Stefan's house being pitted against one another, because there's just so much evidence of this happening, even by Stefan's own account. First, he tells the story of a woman who lived in the house, and he was told to avoid her by the other women because she was stinky and potentially had diseases.
Ever. And now they're all best friends. And you know what the funniest thing is? The funniest thing ever? Ali told me on a recorded phone call how Porky treated her, and now Ali and Porky are this close.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could publish that recording where Ali is slandering Porky and saying like Porky was a pig. She smoked everywhere. She used she used all the groceries in the house. Didn't contribute. Like made the house a mess.
And he says all of this before bragging that one of the other women is the person who kicked this woman out.
The funny thing is that Ali is now going around on that live stream, on Piggy's live stream. She was saying that she disappeared, that she chose to leave.
I know.
Erica kicked her out and said, like, if you come back to this house, it is on site. Like, literally, another girl, not me, another girl said, if you come back here while I'm here, it's going to be a fight.
He also shared a really disturbing story where a woman who was staying in the house had had a few drinks and they were together in the hot tub, and she began flirting with him. And he needed to know if this flirting was real, and also I think he was trying to cover his ass with the security cameras, so he had another woman help him get consent.
Like, I have somebody that sat with me next to me in the hot tub, and Porky was coming on to me. Porky was starting to flirt with me and saying, like, do you want to do blah, 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 blah. And my friend was like, Porky, you had alcohol like 5 hours ago, whatever. Like, it was a long time before. It's because she was drunk in the afternoon, but in the evening she was fine. She was not drunk. In the court document, she's claiming she was drunk. She was sober. It's because both of us made 3 times. We made sure that she is okay. We said like, hey, are you okay? Can you make decisions? How are you feeling? When was the last time you had a drink? What do you want to do? Are you sure about that? And then my friend said, ask for it. What do you want Stefan to do? Ask for it. Say it in words. So she made her say out loud, take my swim trunks off, or my bottoms, and she made her say, you can touch me, you can do this and that.
Yeah. And finally, he admits that he was once upon a time flirting too much with one woman in a group chat with multiple women, and those other women went behind his back, created their own texting group, and they decided that they were going to call this other woman out for texting and flirting with Stefan too much. He sells Pearadise as this safe, welcoming community, but as we've seen throughout, I mean, it is anything but that. Throughout this defamation case, Stefan was online trying to defend himself, but also asking...
If someone can't make decisions, asking them if they can make decisions doesn't cancel it out. 100%. 100%. It's very possible that she was still drunk at that point.
other people to step in and defend.
And just because she says she's not drunk doesn't mean that you can just go ahead and, you know, trust whatever she says.
Him, most of which you've already seen. But
if you have a feeling that you might be taking advantage of the situation, then yeah, just take a step back and don't do it.
He was also trying to protect this persona of a genuine, loving, caring person. And what I haven't mentioned up to this point is within that persona, he added in being a good father. And this was an interesting choice to me because at this point, he decided to bring his own children into the mix by including them in live streams and talking about them and making Instagram posts about how good of a father he was, while also talking about his love for who he calls his baby mama. Her name is Cece, so I'm going to call her that, but he solely refers to her as baby mama. But I found that at the same time all of these allegations were coming out, and as Stefan and Cece were making video after video about their love for one another and their amazing family and their amazing children, she...
Yeah, especially if you say they were drunk, like that. Drunk is like a high level of intoxication.
Was suing him for child support. You cannot make these things up. It's literally a public court case document that exists alongside the defamation documents. It's impossible to miss it. Stefan ultimately lost his defamation lawsuit because despite his repeated claims that he had so...
Okay. So that was the perspective of this lady 1 year ago when they were still actively on TikTok, I believe, before they got banned and came over to YouTube. Now, this video was from 4 days ago, and it's everything you need to know before you watch the doc. The doc is now out. It's apparently a 3-episode series on HBO Max. And that's why Pearadise is now a topic of conversation again. I wonder how they're dealing with the aftermath, cause I know that the last content that they've posted was like 3 weeks ago for a live stream, and 5 days ago for a video, and I think this is very recent, so. A copyrighted song, but I think this is part of the trailer. Docu-series events on the 10th of June? I checked and I think it's already available, but it's not available in my region, so I'm not sure. But apparently there's an event on the 10th.
But they don't tell you the price that you pay. One of the first things I want to say out
Yeah, so this is Quirky Love Rose that we were checking out earlier.
The gate. It's like, this documentary is not about me, obviously. And like, I'm really excited that not only part of it, but like a very, how can I word this? A very integral part in the early process. And I'm very excited that I had that opportunity. Thank you, Thiago, to help share this story, because I was like watching the TikToks Kimmy was making as a lot of the events that are going to be covered in this situation were uncovered, and I have my own plot in it. So, okay, I'm a little out of the loop. What's this trailer coming out on? So, first of all, I have it linked to the pinned comment. I have it on my YouTube community chat post. I shared the reel on my Instagram. I stitched the TikTok. Choose your platform. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Come back once you watch it. Yeah, I made it very easily accessible for y'all. So please give it a watch. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet, and
I don't want to share too many details about like the actual production or project itself because first of all, I want to see it. And second of all, there's like a lot of stories and a lot of experiences that are very important and need to be highlighted and need to be talked about. And that's why, because I did get a comment that I want to address off rip, because somebody was like, you said on your live you would never go to the Pearadise house, da, da, da. I did say that, and I meant it. So if you want to know more, we can debrief that after the documentary's happened, and you can watch it. But
I've never felt the need to have shit dangling for my glasses. There are some glasses like jewelry that do look nice. I don't think this one does, but there's like less obvious ones, you know, that don't like dangle on your face all day.
There's a reason I'm involved, and that's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot I'm gonna find out along with you guys, and I don't want to discuss in huge detail the actual involvement because it'll be available for streaming on HBO Max. I was speaking with production today about international aspects because someone DM'd me about it. I was like, that's a great question. So it's being aired June 10th at between 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern time on
Okay, so it's only gonna air on the 10th of June. Okay, so it's not available yet. Okay, that's good to know.
Investigation Discovery, like on TV, and it'll be available for streaming on HBO Max streaming services. So for the people in the back, if you're worried about this aspect, you know, these types of things are not paid for. It's a documentary, so like I don't financially benefit from it, so like you don't have to feel any kind of way about that. But it's just far more important that these experiences are discussed. What a cool opportunity to share your story. Honestly proud of you for not spilling even the slightest beads. Thank you, Allie. You followed me for a long time, so you know me.
I mean, this is exciting stuff. This is a big deal.
Thank you. Yeah.
For you.
June 10th about to be lit. Hey. And I just want to say this too, because like I'm seeing the comments on the trailer. Like I'm not reading them in depth, to be honest. I've had to just skim them. But I really don't want people's disdain for me to impact the stories that the victims are sharing in the documentary. I really hope that is respected. And like I mean that with my full chest. And
that's saying something. Sorry.
I'm excited to be a part of it in the way that I can help highlight the stories and share my experiences in relation to my own story. I linked my original podcast interview that is like kind of how I became involved in this project. It's just going to give good context to some of the things that I've discussed because again, this isn't about me. So I mean, I'm curious to see what they do and don't keep. A lot of my stuff that I used to have up, Michaela was removed during the demonetization gate. I was a little overly cautious with deleting certain things. Your emotional moment in the trailer slayed the house down, Boots. Thank you, Lagaja. I'm going to give it a watch. Is the interview important to the documentary? I don't necessarily know if it is going to be. I don't know yet. I don't know what they're going to include. But it gives my backstory in relation to terrorism, which is my essential role in the documentary. It's not about cyberbullying. It's more about the predatory practices and plus size spaces, and it's going to be important. It is like it's an important story.
The three messages that we exchanged that were about getting her registered for the Discord. I know nothing about that girl. Luckily, she's never flirted with me.
I just think it's so interesting, right? Because I understand there's a wide section of the internet that doesn't fucking like me and inherently is biased against.
Really? Does he burp and snort a lot? Oh, I hate it so much.
Obviously, that's a not shit Sherlock statement to make. But I'm watching this man pull the same shit that he has pulled for years that you guys are gonna see on June 10th. It's just the first time it's been directed at me.
He has post-nasal drip. Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Because you're right, Stefan. We never had a close interpersonal relationship. And that's not why I was there. And I've never stated otherwise. I've never stated to be a victim of you. Because I had the sense when I saw your weird shit in the Discord to not engage again. You're fucking weird. And whether you like me or not, you're gonna regret it if you side with him.
He's a gaslighter. He's a manipulator. He's a
Clean
narcissist.
Seattle air.
And he's fucking weird. You still follow me, by the way, Stefan. And you followed me on here for years.
Speed. Stefan, the owner and one of the founders of the BBW Pearadise movement, has actually been accused of non-consensual touching, manipulative behavior, and a plethora of other things. A few women have already come forward with their experiences.
No, I don't think it's going to be a smear campaign documentary. Like, I mean, we saw the efforts that they went through. We had like a 20-man team in the house. Like, they decorated everything. Like, they brought all the
It's not gonna be a smear campaign. Did they tell you the title of the docuseries? I mean, they could be really sneaky about this stuff, right? And I'm guessing they were. And they filmed inside with his consent and permission?
cameras. They did all the interviews. They interviewed all the girls. They filmed us in all the situations. Like, the trailer is literally just the tiny, tiny tip of the iceberg. And, you know, in order to go through all that effort to make the whole series about the smear campaign would be, I don't know, it would be a waste, honestly. You know, they got so much camera time.
I don't think it's about the smear campaign. It probably is going to mention the court situation and the defamation suit and everything. But I don't think that's... he feels like he's a little dumb. He doesn't feel like he's very smart. Like, he doesn't seem to have any self-awareness.
And you know how Shay felt about Pearadise.
Hi, Stefan. You are doing the dishes right now, which makes me kind of mad. So I'm probably gonna come do them and push you away out of the kitchen. And I just want to say that... Hold on, let me redo this. Wait, I'm not gonna read it. I just want to say thanks for letting me stay at your house, and thanks for being like such a good friend, and like being cool and super cute, and having like the best time ever, and like my best friend. And we're my best friends forever. And I think my life can hear me talking right now, which is kind of embarrassing. But I just wanted to say that you're an amazing person, and I will run people over with my car for you. Okay, bye. That was you dropping something.
So trauma bonding actually looks like this. So it's typically between a narcissist and their victim. And I did say victim because this is emotional abuse and manipulation at its finest, and it's time we start addressing it as such. Step one, they're gonna love bomb you. You're gonna feel a type of way that you've never felt because they're gonna make you feel that way. They're gonna tell you things that you've never heard. You're the love of my life. I've never felt like this. I've never had a connection like this.
Her nose is crooked. I don't like her.
You're gonna feel appreciated. You're gonna...
I mean, she has some bad opinions, but...
feel valued. You're gonna feel beautiful, and you're gonna feel seen. Now, after they have you right where they want you, they're gonna just pull away. Now, this is called de-evaluation. This is where you're gonna start to feel like a piece of shit. You're gonna wonder, why are they so hot and cold with me? You just were like obsessed with me. Now you hate me. They're gonna gaslight you. They're gonna name call you. They're gonna do anything in their power to make you feel this big. And this is a cycle that will repeat and repeat until eventually they will discard you altogether for someone new. Now, while this is all happening, your brain is having a chemical reaction similar to addiction. Your brain is literally going to start rapid firing oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone, and cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So during love bombing, not only now are you starting to feel really good about yourself, now you also feel a sense of loyalty and you feel indebted to this person. During de-evaluation, your brain is waiting for that pick back up of the love bombing, thus feeling that reward, that bonding. So when you ask someone who has been a victim of any kind of emotional or physical abuse, violence, anything like that, why didn't you just leave? You literally can't. Trauma bonding is an addiction. Your brain is addicted to this cycle. Now, this I can make a whole nother video on, but cognitive dissonance plays a big role in this too, because it's like your brain has these two pieces of information but cannot decipher between the two. You obviously feel like shit during de-evaluation, but your brain is literally holding on, waiting for that reward to feel good again. So although you know how you feel, you know you don't like how you feel, your brain is telling you, just hold on because it's going to get better again. And that's when they love bomb you again. And it just keeps going. The thing to understand about narcissism, and this is what hopefully will make it easier to leave, this is not about you. This is about their supply and their ego and what they can get from you. It's not love. It really just is manipulation.
At the end of the day, it only takes one person to be assaulted for it to be a problem. I understand defending your friend, I do, but when it comes to assault, and somebody else's bodily autonomy. It's time to hold your friend accountable, whether you think it's true or not.
I randomly joined in. I heard you saying, oh, if anybody talks bad about Schnitzel, you're out of here. It's like, thank you for defending me. You know, there's going to be plenty of people that are going to come and attack you now, because, you know, the bullshit is being cooked back up. And
It is such a toxic premise, right? To bring people who are vulnerable and who are judged all the time, bring them to a safe space where that doesn't happen. You have all the control over them.
Give a fuck.
It's a very bad situation to put anyone in.
Bring it on.
I'm just saying, like, you just got to be prepared a little bit that there's going to be a couple of more fanatic haters getting involved, and you always have and always will have your own impression of me or of us or Pearadise or whatever, and all I just wanted to say is, like, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to log in here and people talking shit about me and you defending me like that.
No, if I call you my friend, loyalty is royalty to me. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to people talk bullshit on you guys. No, because I know you guys. Like,
I agree with that too. I have called out many times. I've called out people who are talking shit about you, and I said, like, you know, leave Katie the fuck alone. She's not lying. She's not bullshitting. She knows. Like, you, at least you're honest. You know, that was the thing we were talking about the other day. Like, you are so unfiltered and honest.
Somebody is saying that this has happened to them.
Everybody. There are a few individuals that are publishing false and defamatory information about me and are alleging very egregious false allegations about me. I have retained a lawyer to address this.
You know that old adage of if it ain't broke, don't fix it? If you didn't do anything wrong, then why do you need a lawyer, hon?
With 100% clarity that the accusation of sexual assault is absolutely false. I will make sure that I address with the maximum remedies by the law anyone who spreads false information about me.
See, a part of the allegations were that you liked to manipulate and gaslight and make these women feel guilty and pressured into the things that you did to them. And now you're doing that with the law to try and silence them. No, that's not going to work for me.
Please feel free to contact me directly with any questions. And for the purpose of absolute transparency and open communication, my DMs always have been and always will be open.
Some of those girls told him no to his face. What is a DM gonna do? Do not send these people hate. They are trying to get a message out as assault survivors. Stop it.
Yeah, Lisa, I know, right? I think the problem is that DV doesn't have the same impact as SA. That's why they went right to SA. DV would have been too DV is too harmless.
DV is too harmless.
DV, really.
If you're unaware, I was working with some amazing women who came forward regarding essay allegations about a creator on here under Pearadise 1. His name is Stefan. And that just like blew out into like allegations over decades long. So many things to jump into that I'm not going to do here. So go see another video. But anywho, he tried to sue us as a slap suit to silence them. However, he didn't have evidence. We did have evidence, and the judge sided with the women so the women can speak. Anywho, during the height of this, because he couldn't get me to shut up, because he couldn't control me, because he couldn't silence me, apparently this man was like Googling my dad and was looking up everything he could to find about him so he could come to TikTok and try and, I don't know, use my father to belittle the women who had no connection to my dad whatsoever that were calling out his bad behavior. But for you to be a 49, maybe 50 at the time man, so upset that your whole facade of that you're a good guy is crumbling and that women are finally coming together to speak out against you, and your first reaction is let me.
Yeah, I don't know about the penetration thing. It didn't work. Either way, it didn't work. But it's something to look into for sure, because that would be concerning.
We go to this woman's father. That's so sad. It's funny. That it just tickles me pink.
What I'm thinking is you better start a new TikTok channel now.
You think so?
Yes. Absolutely. Get the best team, obviously the one that's on your side and the best. Get the best one, because you're about to blow up. Once people see this, like, advertise your YouTube and your TikTok. Yes, you would be fucking stupid not to do that.
Okay.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. None. Trisha Paytas told me that a long time ago. And she also told me you're either going to be someone who you're talked about or you're going to be talking about someone else. Which one do you want to be? Those two things that she told me 10 years ago have stuck with me. Make another fucking TikTok channel today, tonight, right now, and start building it. that will blow up once this ID thing comes out, because people are going to be curious. People are going to like, not, let's be real. It's the world. Some people are going to like you. Some people aren't. But you're going to fucking gain mass followers. I'm telling you.
You know,
Rissa, you're about to be famous, bitch.
Famous. It's giving main.
Famous.
It's giving main character.
Rissa got a lot of like screen time in the trailer, surprisingly.
You know what's crazy to me?
You're gonna get a lot of screen time throughout the whole thing, buddy. I think it's mostly about you and what you have created.
Is I've wanted a reality show for so long. Never have I been asked other than Dr. Phil. And fuck Dr. Phil, I ain't going on your goddamn show.
Just pull it down for a sec. And I let go. Okay, shoots right back up.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about what? That's just... But seriously, are you available for my kid's birthday party? I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
too much.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna excuse myself. I'm sorry.
No. The girls, they cook, he eats, they all eat just like normal fucking people, but yet they're getting targeted for this reason, that reason. Enough of that shit.
I mean, I still have a couple of things up my sleeve.
I mean, it is a little bit concerning though, isn't it? This will be promoting his platform. It's only 3 episodes. People are going to want more. And where are they going to find it? They're going to find it on his YouTube channel, on his TikTok, and everywhere. Even if people will be hate watching him, it is promoting what he's doing. I do hope that it brings to light some concerns to the women that are considering going to Pearadise in the future, but it is concerning that it's putting more attention on him and what he's doing.
Like, you know, things that I sent them, and if they don't air it in the show, like if they don't include it, if they did not include that in the show, I'm going to post it. Somebody had the audacity to actually sit in front of a camera and say that it wasn't for Pearadise, Cass would still be alive. Makes me want to strangle them, because we all know why Cass isn't here anymore, and it has
Wait, someone actually passed away?
nothing to do with Pearadise.
Stefan, like, Schnitzel, he like created, I don't know, what was it, the convertible top or some shit?
Yeah. Electronics and software. I'm a nerd. I've always been a nerd, you know?
Yeah, but what made you all your money? Wasn't it the convertible top or something?
Like this electronics thing right here. This thing.
The fuck is that for us who aren't nerds?
Electronics. It's a chip, and there's like a processor on here, and when you install this in your convertible, you can put the top up and down with the remote, and you can open and close it while you're driving. Like say for example.
Really? And that's how he has his money?
You know, if you have a Porsche, BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Lamborghini, Ferrari, a Corvette, you can put this in, and then you can use your remote, the factory clicker, and you can open and close the convertible, the roof, the top.
Damn.
There you go.
Yes. That's
I knew it's something along those lines.
I've always been a niche guy, you know. That's a complete niche market. Nobody else has this. Like, I'm the only one worldwide that sells this, that makes this. It is so specialized and so complicated that nobody else has made one. No, of course I outsource the production, you know, like I don't sit here and solder parts. Like I have them made for me, and then they come in a box of like 500 parts or whatever, and then it's the blank chips right here. And then when you see me on live flashing them, that's what I do. I sit on live and I flash the operating system on them.
Do you think it was because it was the only girls who would pay attention to you at that time, and it just kind of manifested it into what it is now?
I had plenty of attention. It wasn't the attention, it was what I wanted. There was plenty of girls interested in me, but I wasn't interested in them. Society, mental as fuck. Some people are like, some girls in my past have been half my age. And who cares? Like,
we move on.
They've been half my age and twice my size. Who the fuck cares? Are they adults? Yes. Are they over 21? Yes. Is it your business? No, because there's nothing wrong.
If the documentary came to me and look, me and you are friends. You're not sitting here saying, "Hey, Katie, eat more, eat more." I've never seen you do that to one fucking person.
Yeah, just invent something in a very niche market, and all the monies.
why you've been live.
Never, and it's especially not.
Then you can start a safe place for big women. But be nice. Don't touch them without consent.
Rissa or Shay or anybody here. Quite the opposite.
Right.
Like there's been plenty of times that Shay and I actually had a private discussion about her health situation when she came to me, and I always supported her. And I would do the same thing with Rissa. You know, and there has been people, don't get me wrong, in the past, there has been people that literally wanted to eat and they wanted to make content by themselves. They came to me and said, hey, do you mind? Is it cool if I go outside on your patio and I film a video of me eating? There's nothing wrong with it. I said, sure, you can do that. You know, have fun. You know, use my house, use my backdrop, use my terrace or my outside, you know, for your content because it looks nice. I didn't get any money for it. I didn't make them do it. I didn't profit from it. I didn't benefit from it. I didn't get off on it. I just live here. And I support my friends. But, you know, somebody just made a comment about Xiomara, and I agree.
I'm going to come out in a short documentary on June 10th. It's called Escaping Pearadise.
Okay, so this is going to be someone else that's going to be part of the documentary. I don't know her at all. I guess she's on TikTok?
It's not funny. I think it's not funny. It's not funny. I was sold a different picture, and it is what it is, and it's gonna come out. And they were supposed to come.
You were sold a different picture, so she's probably not gonna be happy with the end result.
To this nursing home that I'm at and film, but I was going through a tough time. I had just put 2 drains in my gallbladder. I had an infected gallbladder, if you guys remember. I had to be intubated for a 5th time. Then I ended up having and needing, and I got my first surgery, gallbladder surgery. That's why they didn't come here to film. Of course, I went with my go-to. It's been a rough week since the trailer came out. Mind you, the producers called me and told me that the trailer was, hey, like they called me and told me the trailer's gonna come out within the next couple weeks. It came out 3 days after that conversation. Not even 3 full days. So yeah, not just that. I was told it was a documentary about being plus size, about the plus size community, about loving yourself in your body, about different stuff that I can't talk about because you have to wait and see. Tune in. I don't want to say too much, and I don't want to talk about it until it all is over with, until they all come out, and then possibly I'll be sharing my side of it. But
this is actually gonna be big. This is going to be big, and we're going to be waiting for, 10 more days until it comes out. And we get to actually see what's on it.
Possibly. Keyword. I just am dumbfounded. Make sure when you sign NDAs that you have somebody that's with you reading it.
Yo, she's actually preparing to hate it. She's basically saying that she got tricked into doing the documentary.
Am I having regrets?
Nobody needs to be talking bad about Xiomara. Nobody should talk bad about Z. Like, Z is our friend. We support her. We want her to get better. We want her to come out of that damn facility, right? I have never went and fed her. I've never sent her money for food. If anything, I've sat next to her and I talked to her. And we've had personal discussions or whatever that are nobody's business on social media.
But look, I'm called a feeder all the time because I feed Brian, I feed Larry, and Brian happens to be pretty,
yeah, it is not, it's not the craziest thing. Yeah, so far, unless the documentary comes out and shows a lot of the things behind the scenes that are really, really bad, so far, it's only really about him touching people without their consent, which honestly, it should be a big warning to everyone who's considering going there. But even then, with the consent or no consent, there were probably nudes sent, and there's a lot of flirtation going around. I think a lot of the things that the whole campaign and pitch already said to the women that he was into plus size women, so they already sort of knew what they were going for. Yeah, and so unless they uncover something really dramatic, this is more of a promotion to what they're doing than anything else.
He's very tall and he's a big boy. I say constantly, I like big guys. I will not be with a small guy, any of that.
I was a young black guy, built, muscular.
Did he just say I was a young black guy? Must be the German coming out.
Gym bro or whatever, everybody would be lining up for the D. Like there's going to always be something. As long as my face is on it, these people are going to try to spin the narrative into something negative, and that's always going to be this way because they want me that way. So they try to make me, they try to paint me that way. We all know, I know myself, I'm controversial. As a like average sized man, supporting plus size women is completely unacceptable. I'm very much aware of that. Because of the fact that...
I mean, we don't know, right, Andrea? It might be that they uncovered something insane. Because this other woman that we just heard is saying that she sort of felt tricked into it. So she might have shared experiences that she didn't mean to share and are being spinned into a dark narrative. I don't know. Very curious.
I support plus size women. That alone makes me unacceptable. So of course people will have to come up with the craziest and wildest stories.
Like
You're late for a very important date. What's going on, Jeff?
the people that are hating on me are bored because they're not finding much to make fun of outside of nitpicky petty shit.
Only because it's me. It doesn't matter what I do. As long as my face is on it, these people are going to try to spin the narrative into something negative, and that's always going to be this way because they want me that way. So they try to make me, they try to paint me that way. And
Gets twisted to a point where people paint me as like egregious things. Whatever people gotta say to make me look like the villain.
I'm actually very curious to what the controversy is around Corky Love Rose, which is this lady that we're looking at right now. Besides her being super fat, as she says, as she calls herself, I don't know what she's done that people would hate her for. Again, I'm not very familiar with her. If you guys know, let me know.
it's fine because, you know, everybody has a certain amount of haters.
Yeah, exactly, Andrea. I think that's what's going on. I think she thought it was about celebrating Pearadise, and instead it's being exposed as something shady and suspicious, which it is. It is. I just don't know how much they have on it.
And in my particular case, it just so happens.
Oh, she's a creep. She's worse than all the girls put together? Really? Really? Huh.
That the haters that I have were like extremely obsessed.
Yeah, if any of you guys know what's going on with the Red thing, that's a third person today to say hi, Red.
She's dangerous.
It has to be a reaction channel thing. To make up names for people that they are obsessed with.
And they really knew how to sell their story.
They just know what they need to do to make money.
Like that girl can convince people that things happened when in reality those things only happened in her head.
Fucking wild. It's like people just see what they want to see. They don't see reality, so whatever.
Piggy was the reason why Cass attempted. When this documentary comes out, I really want people to watch. I want people to make up their own mind, just like the whole thing when I posted all the text messages.
Make up their own minds. Unless it's been funded by you, I do not see this being a positive promotion of your little business or your little side hustle here with big girls. Like, I cannot see that happening. Making up their own mind. All of these documentaries already made up their own mind. They're not just informing people. They're running with a very specific narrative when they make these docuseries. And I can't imagine it's a positive look.
Messages, what happened with Cece. When Cece accused me of SA, I posted the text messages, and literally 99% of the people coming out at the end of that self-made documentary were in my DMs saying, "Oh my God, like she's not playing with a full deck. Like, you know, like this is crazy. Like, why did you even entertain her? Like, why did you? What the fuck? You know, Delulu Pro Max. Cece was sticking up for you for a long time. Why did she change?
Sounds good, Andre. I'll check it out.
Cece is the perfect example of somebody who will be your friend when she benefits off of you. And the moment she doesn't get what she wants, she turns on you. Back in 2020, she wanted something from me. I didn't give it to her. So as retaliation, she went all over the internet claiming that I SA'd her. The sad part is that she went public with it I know people are going to decide for themselves. Absolutely. I just really want people to watch it. I want people to make up their own mind. You know, I'm not here to like convince anybody of anything. I'm basically just.
Dude, he's gonna be so disappointed. He thinks it's gonna be a promo.
You know, saying, you know, just watch. And I'm really, really hoping that the production company did what they promised us to do.
Ah, they did what they promised us to do. Okay, so he really, he really thinks going into June 10th, even after watching the trailer, he thinks it's going to be a positive narrative of Pearadise. Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Jesse, I'm actually not really worried. At the end of the day, I'm not worried because my story, particularly, like my part of the story, particularly, basically only consists of evidence.
I've seen your evidence before, pal, and it does not look good for you.
Crap, Caroline. Knock it off.
It's fine. It's honestly completely fine. The sad part is I don't even
Oh, really, Andrea? We might have to watch that one.
know exactly yet what it's going to be like. So I'm going to be sitting there just like all of you watching this shit and seeing like, you know, what they made from it. I was promised an entertainment TV show, like a Pearadise TV show.
Oh, it'll be entertaining, all right.
Somehow the Piggy Gang got into it and like kind of like got their sauce. The documentary is about Pearadise. There's no victims here. The documentary.
That's quite the statement. There are no victims here.
Is about the history of Pearadise. Sadly, I guess a big part of Pearadise has been that year-long slander campaign.
Yeah.
Taking it to court is a joke, yes.
The truth is right here. You're going to see this documentary. There probably, it may go good, it may go bad, but either way.
Honestly, let me even tell you this. I don't even care. I don't even care.
Either. I'm gonna.
Oh, we'll see you care, all right. We'll see you care.
And you, I know that I'm probably gonna get hate or whatever, or maybe I won't. Maybe people will come over here and be like, "Hey, you're cool with it."
I just got a fucking TikTok violation.
I see it. It came across mine too.
Honestly, like cements a little, and that's when you know it's like slightly too thick.
Barf-orama. Disgusting. Fine. I really don't give a damn. Like,
ooh, bok choy.
Bok choy? Okay, now this is the part where Keemstar comes in. And I didn't know when I was doing the research for this that Keemstar had anything to do with this. So let's find out.
So then goes on to.
It's a long video, so we're gonna have to see where the interesting parts are.
Ask whether he has slept with any of these women, and Stefan actually claims that he only had intercourse with around 10 of them.
Only 10 women!
And the panel loses it, and they don't think that this is realistic because he has so many naked women around him all the time. But I do think
Always
it is quite
Keemstar.
feasible because feeding isn't about intercourse. The kink is about.
Exactly. This is something very important to keep in mind. The kink around a feeder culture is not about sex. So that's good to remember. So even if he didn't have sexual intercourse with more than 10 women, even if that's true, it is still fetishizing big women. Does that make sense, guys?
Dominance. It's about power and it's about control. So.
Loading, strike with the lyrics like I'm bowling.
I don't know this person. This will be interesting. There you go.
Told him one more time, your favorite MC's bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folders. Spit bars at the club.
The EXO stuff I have planned for Catboy Day being so late, you're going to love it and I'm going to hate it. I can't wait. I can't wait, Puffweep. I appreciate you getting me hyped for it. Do you know yet when it's happening? Do you know?
Zoning, TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit.
the whole Pearadise situation. So, I do not watch local.
Where is she from? She has an accent. Is she European?
But I was watching Lindsay, who was watching local, and then about that Stefan guy, and then I went to look on the local page myself, and I saw that a victim, a person of interest within this situation has come forward, and then they had an interview, and then this Stefan came back. So I've taken note of that particular episode. Before we get into it, a few things first.
I don't want to say a date because of weird shipping lately, but soon, within a week. Okay, sounds good. Let me know so we can prepare. Sounds good.
First, if you wish to help me out, liking, subscribing, and all of that helps me a lot. Second of all,
I would almost say that she's Dutch.
I do have a true crime channel if you're interested in eating a lot more than what they think they are. And I'm gonna film, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna film after this a reaction to Mother, who is that person that food
Oh yeah, okay, she's really into the whole girl world thing.
Beauty keeps talking about, but apparently she does like really horrendous cooking, but also she kind of looks Edith. And I'm just gonna see what that's all about. Is she Edith? Is she a troll? Let's figure it out together, shall we? And for this channel, I wanna not after this, but at some point this week, I wanna do a reaction to Colleen Christensen, the No Food Rules lady, because I saw her.
I don't know how to make the captions bigger.
Honey Bice's video on it on Patreon, and she is a hypocrite basically. So a lot of the things that Colleen preaches of what you should and shouldn't do, she does not apply to them herself, and Colleen is very slender, shall we say. Isn't this a funny trend with all these body positive haze dietitians that they're all very slender themselves? So, in regards to this video, we are gonna go over the notes that I've taken, and I'll insert clips here.
Yo, welcome in, Scooter and everybody. Hi. We are discussing the Pearadise situation. Have you guys heard of it? Hi, welcome in.
Here and there. I'm not too sure how local works. I hope you don't copyright strike me, Kim. I would really appreciate it. I'm not using the full episode.
Keemstar, please don't copyright strike me. Hey everyone, hey Aaron, welcome in guys.
Not reacting raw. I'm using part of the clips and providing commentary on it. So yeah, it would be much appreciated if you could help out a struggling creator like myself.
A struggling creator? What are you talking about? 62,000 subscribers. Struggling creator? You know who's a struggling creator? You want to talk about struggling creators? Lady? Anyway, rant's over.
Please, sir. I want some more.
Don't
strike me. If not, I'll revenue share. It is what it is. But I am actually quite invested in this whole Pearadise thing. So.
Last to get spanked at the heart attack grill? What the hell is a heart attack grill? That doesn't sound right.
He likes to take women to weigh themselves.
Of course he does.
He gives them a lot of fast food to eat when they're there. So if you're, again, I will cover it in the video, but watching big women eat is not a normal kink as such.
No.
Because of the fact that you
wait, food and free food at Heart Attack Grill for most of... Really, it's an actual thing? Dude.
Your end goal usually is to have women incapacitated, ideally have them bedbound, and then...
Yeah, I wonder if these girls in Pearadise, if any of them are actually bedbound. Because that's a lot of work for him, right? I don't know if he actually wants it to get to that point. Heart Attack Room, I believe, is a restaurant that has a giant scale in front of it, and if you weigh a certain amount, you get free food. Stop! Really? Oh my god, how is that legal? What?
You have full control over them. It's a control thing. It's not a necessarily...
Did it close down for legal reasons? Because holy crap.
an intercourse thing. Do you need to go out, Daisy?
It got shut down, yeah.
Do you need to
Uh-huh.
go out?
Doggo's needing to go out in the middle of making a video. Imagine.
I have to walk my dog. I'll be back in a second. She's got diarrhea and I'm pretty sure she's trying to tell me she wants to go out. So let's
Yeah, okay. When they have diarrhea, poor Doggo. He needs to go right now.
do that so that I don't have to clean up dog poop, huh?
Okay, here it comes.
And yet, every time I was on the Discord,
Okay, so this lady over here was on Locale Bus, apparently. I missed that completely. And she was telling her side of the story. This is one of the girls that we saw. I think this is the main girl that all the other girls went to help her defend them in that defamation case. So she's like the main person to talk to about that.
he was sending links of some other person who would dare to question him. And they weren't even saying crazy things. They would just be like, should a skinny male be in the center of a plus size woman environment? Can he create a safe place? And he would basically take all these TikToks and
Yo, that was a message. That was a WhatsApp message in Dutch. My confirmation is here. She's Dutch. Look at that. We got it.
put it in the Discord for people to spam, report, or attack, or make videos against them.
They're basically talking about hosting parties and the difference between a party being promoted as a mainstream party or whether it's, you know, a family party or whether the intent behind the party is more adult things that involve perhaps nudity. And that basically he would promote these parties as being just body positive get-togethers. And they turned into parties where lots of people are doing lots of things with each other. And I'm just trying to understand the logic here from her perspective, because I don't really get why we are putting body positivity with family events.
Because look, I'm an adult. I am totally here to have your fun. Do whatever you think you want to do in adult side of the internet. But when you go to TikTok and you start saying that this adult place is a body positive area and you're now using more mainstream verbiage and you're now catering to an environment that is not adult.
So your criticism is like, hey, this guy is talking about body positivity, family friendly, this and that, when really he's just trying to have an orgy with the big girls, all right?
Yeah. For me, body positivity always comes across as big women being half naked for adoration, for attention.
Okay, so this is where I don't agree. When body positivity is done right, it's about being comfortable in your body. It's about healthy habits. There's so many things involved. If you are slightly overweight, but you still are judged a lot, talking about body positivity, why do I always mess that up? Body positivity is about being comfortable in your own skin and being healthy. That's what it is about to me. And there's a bunch of TikTok creators that do have slightly larger bodies, and maybe they show themselves in different kinds of outfits, and they do promote a healthy lifestyle. That is what, for me, is body positivity. Body positivity is not promoting an insanely overweight body and really bad health habits and food that is extremely bad for you. Not going to the doctor, not doing a blood test, not checking in on how you're doing. Going into a path where you are bedbound, that is not body positivity. It is really not. The body positivity movement got co-opted by people who changed it to the way the women in the video are explaining it. Yeah, it saddens me to see. It is not my perspective of body positivity, but that really sucks that it got turned into that.
For whatever the reason is, right? To make themselves feel better, whatever it may be. So for me, the second we're talking...
Right, it was never about fat positive. Right.
Talking about people that are realizing themselves, which a lot of women do in body positivity. They are constantly talking about how desired they are, and they're very obvious and open about the kind of stuff that they're willing to do for money, some of them, and also in general, a lot of them are like, I'm big, I'm beautiful, people want me, I'm so sexy. This is a message we see a lot with body positivity, which is fine. I have nothing to say about that. I'm sure they get a lot of attention because that's just the way it is. If you're a half naked woman on the internet, you get attention. Like, it doesn't really matter what you look like. I can promise you, I have my own experiences, okay, with my bodybuilding stuff. People will be in the DMs. He uses his TikTok to lure women to the Discord.
He reached out to them, but also that men in general would reach out with some inappropriate pictures, and there seemed to be a split between what he was selling on TikTok of this body positive Discord and what almost felt like a funnel to get fat women for people's picking, specifically his picking, because he is top dog in that Discord. It is his Discord, it is his house, it is his decisions, it is your consent that he gets to decide.
And then basically that they get, as per her words, allegedly groomed to make certain type of content. And apparently he also adds girls to the Discord the second that they turn 18. So she alleges here that he...
Okay, that aspect of it is very concerning if that's true. If it's true that he is grooming young girls to go into the Discord and into this body positivity community that he's building as soon as they're 18, that is actually very concerning, because that is promoting really bad habits that could stick around for these girls that are very young, that could be changing these habits more easily and steering them towards a path that is extremely dangerous for them. So if this is true, that is very concerning.
He would wait.
There needs to be a study on the obese and over-sexualization of these women. When I was a lot heavier, I used to use sex as a means to be liked because I didn't value myself. These women, I think, are the same. There's also something that got mentioned earlier that's very important to mention. The fetishizing of bigger women as a feeder is not necessarily a sexual thing. So earlier on, it got mentioned that maybe he slept with 10 women in his house with this body positivity stuff with people that he has over. Having sexual relations with these women and having only had it with 10, because apparently they expected the number to be higher, does not mean that this environment that he is building isn't extremely fetishized. Because the feeder thing is still different from like enjoying having sex with bigger women, right? So there's so many different sides of this being a dangerous thing to do.
Until they're 18, they would say they're 17, they wanted to join, they can't, and he would make a reminder in his diary.
Okay, is that a real thing? So he's keeping track of these women that are girls, not women, girls that are 17, so that he can steer them towards a path of really bad habits for the rest of their life, potentially.
His calendar to message the girls the second they turned 18 and add them to Discord.
That's like a whole business plan that he can possibly have, right? Because we know that how big this industry is with OnlyFans and girls that just turned 18 and that start selling adult content as soon as they're 18, and they're very, very popular for doing that. If he were to do that, but with fat girls, ooh, that I hope that's not the case.
Happens too often for it to be like just a weird off. But because he's on lives on TikTok, there are a lot of girls who message, oh, I can't join the Discord, I'm 17. And they have said that he reaches out as soon as it's their birthday and adds them or sends them a link to Discord. And to me, that's creepy.
This is obviously inappropriate behavior because it's just weird why a grown-ass man is even entertaining an 18-year-old. I don't care if it's legal or not. Over a certain age, I think, over the mid-20s, if you're going to get involved with even like mid-20s is a bit weird, but...
He was very specific to say that he's only had relationships with people over 21, but that does not mean that he doesn't plan on fetishizing these 18-year-olds. You know, even if he doesn't plan to have a relationship with them.
You know, if you're maybe like 22, 23 with an 18-year-old, I can kind of get it. If you're 32, 35, what the fuck are you doing with an 18-year-old? That's weird. That's still PDF behavior. Even though it's legal, it's absolutely PDF behavior. That tells me you're just waiting to make it legal. But if you could go younger, you probably would. In my opinion. Then Kim goes on to ask how many women have actually come forward to speak about negative experiences. She said there's been around 10 who were publicly involved.
There has to be like some sense of like logic, right? That this guy is into large women and large women orgies. Is that like a secret? Or it seems like that's on the surface.
It depends where you look. On TikTok, it's not as prominent.
No.
And it also depends when you look. Today, I would say he's a little bit more forward with it. He was not forward about it at all when this first popped off.
And to be honest, like, I can't really have an opinion on how things, again, as I've said already, how things were back then. I can only have an opinion on my experiences in this day and age, knowing how the internet works from this angle. But I can also, as I already say, I can also see it from the perspective of that these women potentially were groomed, because I am not a depressed 18 to 25 year old that has had little life experience. So it's important to read between the lines there, and you do that with life experience. And it is totally normal to be more naive when you're younger, obviously. It's kind of sad if so you tend to have lower self-esteem, or you have body image issues.
It's always so bizarre when someone goes after someone that much younger who has only just became an adult. Yeah, because they are obviously more vulnerable. They are easier to manipulate. They are a lot more naive, less experienced. So yeah, for people like this, who is potentially a major manipulator, will have an easier time to convince younger girls, and that is definitely concerning. That's dangerous territory.
As well as higher BMI is also linked to not the same sort of sexual function. So there is a fair amount of... I goes on to say that she was just trolling Stefan.
I wasn't opening the door, but they could see me through the window.
I remember that. I remember you being
and we
live.
were all laughing, and he was getting so mad, because what he doesn't understand is majority of the time I'm just trolling him. He's a narcissist in my opinion, and the more upset you get him, the more he's gonna sprout off and prove my points. So like, to me, it just was funny. So it sat there for a bit, but one of our other girls had gotten served, and I wasn't gonna leave her to do that.
She thinks it's funny to get a rise out of him, which I find interesting wording, because she's making it sound like she is this knight in shining armor who's stepping forward to right the wrongs and bring awareness to this really horrible man that's done horrible things to women. One of the women in his house died. One of the women in his house passed away, which is that Shay person that Zaya was talking about. So there's women under his influence that have passed away. And then you can say, well, you know, adult people choose to eat, but these people are mentally ill. So how can they consent to things? That's a whole different debate. But to what degree of mental illness are you able to be a consenting adult? And that's actually an interesting conversation to have. And I would like to hear your thoughts and opinions, because we all know that you can have different sentences in the court of law, whether or not you're mentally sane, right? So how does this work with consent and mental illness? If you are...
That's the other thing, right? Because we see a lot of these women in the footage that apparently Stefan was sharing, where he gropes and he touches and he does the belly wobble and the arm wobble and all these things he thinks are consensual because they're not complaining at the time that he's doing that. But they are all in a position of vulnerability with him because they are in his house, they are under his power, so to speak, in many ways. So it would be in their detriment to say anything negative about what he's doing, even if they don't really want him to do that stuff. So yeah, the power dynamic is definitely problematic in these situations.
Severely depressed, and you have a lot of anxieties, and you know,
Here is this guy that is having all this body positivity environment, and he allows me to be here, and he feeds me, and he allows me to go on these fun trips that otherwise I would never go on, and he's touching my belly, you know, in a playful way. Why am I going to complain about that, right? That would be the situation they're in. It's, yeah, so problematic.
maybe certain tendencies to hurt yourself or wherever it may be, then if somebody comes along and they are encouraging you to do things, are you in the right mindset to understand what's happening to you? I have no answer for this. I'm just curious to hear your thoughts and opinions on that one. But basically, I thought it interesting that she's saying how it's in edits about when she started her TikTok.
The funniest thing. Wait for it.
Sitting at the casino at the Bash, and Piggy walks in.
Pretend to be Piggy. Go over there and walk in. $100.
The funny thing wasn't that I was already at the bash and I walked in and waved at Stefan and no one did anything. They didn't even speak to me. The really funny thing is that man is a predator known for touching women without consent, was kicked out of the bash, and then as a 50-plus-year-old man had to wait around until 2 a.m. to show up at the hotel bar because he wasn't allowed anywhere else.
But if she started covering this story within the last couple of months, then her intentions are just, I don't believe they are necessarily as innocent as what she's, no, not innocent is not the word I'm looking for. They're not as...
It does seem like this Kimmy person is doing a lot of these things for entertainment value, which does in the end diminish the power of the fights that she's fighting, right? For actual body positivity, for defending these women. Yeah, I can see where the concern is.
What's the word? They're not as...
Yeah, it does feel like vengeful. It does feel like the trolling and the making him, putting him in a position of being humiliated and mocked, right?
Noble, as she's trying to make them out. Basically, Stefan sued her for slander and defamation.
Well, first and most importantly, I think you showed the clip where he was like, the consenting age is 16 or something. He's very good at knowing his laws that pertain to him. And there is a law in Vegas, which I absolutely think is disgusting, but it, by legality of like going to file a police report, it is not essay unless there is penetration.
That's an actual thing? Like, it's an actual thing?
So that is true.
That's a real thing?
That's a real law in Nevada.
Yes.
Oh my God. I
Now
thought
here's...
Foxy had to be wrong.
No, so here's where he got confused. When I said that he was being accused of essay, I was speaking in the sense of what essay is. You touching someone without consent and making them uncomfortable in sexual ways. He took it because he's a very literal person. And he went, well, I wasn't arrested for it because of this. So she's lying and she's slandering. That's why the judge says he might think the women didn't act for whatever that's worth, but in the colloquial sense of what essay is, these women believe they were essayed. And there's been no proof to say otherwise. Therefore, the lawsuit was thrown out in our favor.
And apparently it's because Nevada doesn't count SA a crime unless there was intercourse, which is crazy work. Absolutely
Nuts.
Crazy. Then Kimmy goes on to say that she's not too sure if he is a narcissist or just a bumbling idiot that doesn't understand social terms.
Who've spoken up that he likes to push when people are too intoxicated. And he likes to then, be like, oh, well, we both enjoyed it. We both... And it's a situation, again, where he really likes to be in that muddy area. It's like he thrives there. And if someone is constantly mucking around,
you just have to think, why? Why do you have to constantly live in this gray area that you get to be like, oh, I didn't know, or oops, my bad. And it's like he almost puts in place where he doesn't have to take accountability.
Foxy then goes on to share a bit of her experience, and it's interesting that he uses women to get them to make content for TikTok, but he doesn't tag them, even though they are making content for him, which is, in a way...
Okay, so this video was from a day ago. There are definitely some more things to look at here. I don't know from when this episode from Lolcow Bus was. It seems to have been from a while back, so not recent. They don't even mention the trailer for Pearadise, so maybe it was even before the news of the docuseries coming out. However, I'm sorry, guys. This is where I need to end the stream, because we do have another stream in 2 hours on the gaming channel. But this is a very interesting topic, so I might very likely get back to it. Again, guys, we are at 2 hours and 43 minutes on the countdown, which guarantees another stream tomorrow. So come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST for another episode. We do want to go over some recent LCU stuff, so I might do an episode on LCU tomorrow, and then likely we're gonna get back to this soon. If we do reach the $750 milestone, which is very close, we're actually very close, we're like $40 away, then we also will be doing or going down the DSP rabbit hole. So that should be interesting as well. It was a few days ago? Really? Okay, I'm really out of the loop. Really out of the loop. All right, guys, let's see if we can redirect towards someone, and then I'll see you guys later on the gaming channel, or maybe tomorrow again here at the same time. Again, we have at least another 2-hour stream guaranteed tomorrow, and then if it were to stay the way that it is right now, then we have another stream on Sunday for 40 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. We can go to Almighty Tevin, who's doing a DSP restream. Let's go say hi. Let's start this topic at the beginning of the week. Okay, because we have some other Lolcow channels covering Pearadise, I think. All right, guys. Thank you for the hangout. Thank you for the support. I'll see you soon. Don't forget, we also have a Discord. Everyone's welcome there. And if you're also a member, then you have a bunch of other channels as well. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.